Morning, everyone, and welcome. We're going to have people start pouring in here. My name is Alec, and I'm your Channel 64 news correspondent, and we're just going to wait a few minutes to allow our viewers to join us today. You can enjoy right behind me the Columbia Gazette, the old newspaper building here in Columbia. And I'll give you a little bit of a panorama, show you around where I'm standing currently. Move the camera. Have some old park buildings here. And once again, if you're joining us today, hello, thank you very much for joining us. We're gonna get started in just a minute here as we wait for more viewers to join us. I'm here in Columbia State Historic Park. My name is Alec, and I'm your Channel 64 news correspondent today with California State Parks. Trolling around here to Washington Street, some old park buildings from the 1860s and 1870s. And we'll be walking around the park today. All right, we'll just wait about 30 more seconds and then we'll begin here. Thanks so much for joining us today. All right, folks, I'm going to go ahead and get started here. Hello and welcome. My name is Alec, and we are here live in Columbia State Historic Park in Columbia, California. This is a California State Parks home learning program, a part of the PORTS program, Parks Online Resources for Teachers and Students is what it stands for. And this is Channel 64 News with an exciting program entitled A Tale of Two Gold Rush Towns, featuring me in Columbia State Historic Park. And we're also joined by our Eastern Sierra correspondent in Bodie State Historic Park, Hillary. And we'll get to Hillary in just one moment. I just wanted to go over one quick thing. Our program will be about 35 minutes today, possibly a little bit shorter. We'll have tons of cool facts and stories about these two gold rush towns. And for our viewers at home, we do welcome you to grab a pen and a piece of paper, which will boost your experience today. It'll help with your engagement and experience here on Channel 64 News. So I want to swing over to our Bodie correspondent, Hillary. Hillary, how's the weather today in the Eastern Sierra?
Sorry there. We had some slight technical difficulties. Can you hear me? All right. I am Hillary Collier, interpretive reporter here at Bodie State Historic Park. And it's a little breezy here today. We often get a lot of winds here in the Eastern Sierra, but I can show you that it is a bright, technical difficulties. And I can show you it is a bright sunny day here along with the wind. And yeah, Bodie, pardon me while I grab my paper and hold it tight in this wind. Bodie is a ghost town in the of Eastern California. The gold mining town of Bodie, California was built in the 1870s, 1880s, and early 1880s. What about Columbia, Alec?
Thanks so much for sharing that intro on Bodie, Hillary. Columbia is a gold rush town from the 1850s, meaning the peak gold rush. If you're familiar with the, say, San Francisco 49ers, the football team in the National Football League, that's named after the gold miners from 1849. So built in 1850, Columbia was built at the peak of the gold rush era. And it can be found on the opposite side of the Sierra Nevada mountains. Here's our little handy dandy map of Columbia. That gold star is where Columbia is. So it's northern central California on the western slope of the Sierra Nevada. A wonderful place to be.
Yeah, wow. It sounds like Colombia was a pretty big deal in the gold rush. So was Bodie, but much later. So it was after the rush to California had ended, but the search for gold had not. So many those unlucky rainbow that had flocked to the Golden State in 1849 just kept looking for gold, gradually moving east over the Sierra Nevada range, literally looking high and low for gold. One of them was 49er W.S. Bodie, originally from New York. Can our viewers at home guess how Mr. Bodie came to California in 1849? How about we grab that pen or pencil and paper that hopefully you have handy and write a sentence or a word or draw a very quick picture. Wagon, stagecoach, or train. Do you think he came by steamboat or ship? Do you think he rode a horse or walked all the way here? Well, if you guessed ship, there's my beautiful drawing there, you would be correct. But that all the way around the Horn of South America to San Francisco did not make Mr. Bodie rich. He was broke and near desperate in 1859 when he came to these hills here. And it was just over that hill over there that he finally hit what we call pay dirt. Yeah, he dug a hole, reached in, and pulled out that rich pay dirt. And yes, this looked like his turn was finally coming. But sadly for Mr. Bodie, he froze to death in a blizzard that winter. And he never got rich from his discovery. And he never saw the town that was named for him. And for about 15 years after that, nobody had much luck here. Miners and prospectors of all sorts came and went until two other down on their luck miners had their shoddy mine tunnel collapse. But there it was, the rich vein of gold everyone had been hoping for, and that brought on Bodie's boom years. And to think they would have given up, and the town of Bodie might never have existed if not for their generous African-American landlord who lent them money, kept them fed and housed, and encouraged them. They called him Uncle Billy because William Ohara was one of the most generous people that.
Hillary, I'm so sorry to be interrupting. This is a breaking story. I'm just receiving news from headquarters. Are you referring to the William Ohara, the benevolent Black landlord?
Yes,
are you referring to William Ohara?
That's William Ohara.
Oh my goodness. Well, we have just received word from headquarters that that is the very same William Ohara that helped build the town of Columbia. This is incredible news, folks. We did not realize that there was such an incredible coincidence between these two gold rush towns. I'm receiving further word that, yeah, Mr. Ohara actually opened up a whole culinary scene in Columbia. Several restaurants that the people loved, some of the most popular food in all of the Motherlode Gold Rush area. And wow, it sounds like he came by steamboat, okay, to California, and with his wife, Charlotte, and was one of the most influential characters in all of Columbia. That is just an amazing coincidence, Hillary. I'm sorry to interrupt, but please go back to your story.
Yes. Yeah, that sounds like the same amazing man. Yeah, and he wasn't the only person who, yes, sorry, after his wife Charlotte passed away, sadly, William came to the Bodie area. And he wasn't the only one who moved around. W.S. Bodie himself was very near Columbia in the town of Sonora before he came here. And that was very common. Mining towns usually have a very short boom period when there are lots of people and lots of shops. And miners like Mr. Bodie would go from town to town, always hoping to get lucky. And some businessmen like William Ohara gave up on prospecting and made good money running restaurants or other businesses. But the town of Bodie, California itself had its boom years between around 1878 and 1882, although people lived here and mined here into the 20th century. So boom time Bodie miners came from other mining towns like Coloma, Columbia, Sonora, Virginia City, Nevada. And when the boom ended in the 1880s, they moved on to newer mining excitements like Leadville, Colorado, or Tombstone, Arizona. People are always coming and going in these mining towns.
Well, speaking of coming and going, Hillary, I have just spotted a miner who is on his way to potentially his claim, it looks like, here in Columbia. And let's see if we can get a Channel 64 News exclusive soundbite with this gold miner and see what he's up to today. Folks, I will say I've seen this character around town, and he is quite eccentric. I would encourage you to take out that pen and piece of paper and record what you're seeing today. You are likely to never witness anything of the sort again. Excuse me, sir. Sir, can I have a moment of your time today, sir? I was so interested in seeing what you have going on here. It looks like you are a gold miner. Is that correct, sir?
Yeah, I am.
Well,
yeah, gold miner. I'm looking for gold.
Well, sir.
Welcome to my claim.
Oh, so we are at his claim right now. This is incredible stuff, folks. Sir, can you explain?
Look, I just got to say, it's the first time I've seen somebody in a really long time. How you doing?
Oh,
I'm really glad to meet you.
Oh, it's good to see you today, sir, as well. Thank you.
Welcome. It's been a while since I kind of ran into a few people. Been working in these placer diggings here just outside of this mining town called Columbia, and I was actually doing pretty good. Can I show you around?
Oh, sir, please. That would be excellent.
All right, let me show you how the operation works here. So this is placer mining. Now, when you placer mine, you want to go ahead and you're basically digging into dirt, okay? It's a lot different than hard rock mining. Oh, do I get to hold on to this?
Oh, yeah, just be careful, sir. It's very expensive equipment.
Okay, cool. So anyway, well, placer gold is gold that's already eroded in the ground. Now, I had no idea what this was when I made the trip all the way around the Horn, landed in San Francisco, decided to go to the southern mines, took a steamboat to Stockton, and then I headed all the way out here to the mines. I got me my claim here about a rocker box, way overpriced for the rocker box.
Sir, how much? $500.
$500 a guy wanted one of these. It was the only one. It was either I paid $500 for this, or I go all the way back to Stockton and talk to that Weber guy and get one for $250. So I figured I might as well cut my losses, but you want to know what I found? You want to see?
Please show us what you found, sir.
I'm going to put your little talkie thingy down right there for a second. I'll show you what I got. Placer gold.
Sir, gold. Oh, folks, he has found gold.
Gold. Now, this is what I got the last couple of days right here, okay? So that was actually doing pretty good. I got to take care of this because a lot of people around here are trying to get my gold ever since they passed that foreign miners tax. We don't want to get into that right now. Anyway, so this is how this works. So I had a real good digging earlier, and I got some gold in there. Now, it's dry right now in California. I don't know if you told this. I had to get a bucket of water. I carried this bucket of water all the way from a spring in Springfield. I figured out all the places that would probably have the most best chance to get a spring. It was a place called Springfield. So I got myself a bucket of water, brought it all the way back over here, mix the water in with the dirt. Remember, placer means gravel, and this is basically all you do. It's a little bit of luck. You sit there and you swill, okay? Now, I was swilling for a long time. You got to pull out the big stuff.
Sir, are you saying you need water in order to gold mine here?
You need water to gold mine. If you don't have water, that's why nobody's around here right now. It's because it's summertime. The water's gone. They're trying to bring in water right now, but it's going to take another few months for them to complete that ditch. You see how this is turning into gravel with dirt? This is how the pan works. Let's get in here deep real quick. Now, all that gold I showed you, we wanted to raise some color in here. Let's see if we can find any.
Have we found anything today?
You guys
folks?
seen anything in there?
Oh my! Excuse me, sir. I think I see something in there.
Let's keep going. It takes a while. Oh, there looks like a good one. Hold on. I think you're a lucky guy right here, buddy. What's your name, sir?
Woo! Eureka!
Let's see what we got. Here's some. Oh
my!
Oh, I'm shaking with excitement. Oh, I'm gonna be able to send this back home to Grandma in Iowa. This is great.
You found gold,
guys. That's what it's all about. We tear up the ground for this stuff right here. We put money on this. This is what you do. You got to put it back. We got to save it. It's a good day. This operation get a little bit bigger with the rocker boxes, but like I said, water is precious. If you don't have the water, or as soon as you run out of the water, it's hard to find a thing, and it's hot right now. I'm getting thirsty, but I think I'd rather use that for the gold than try to drink it. Just kind of might get a little dizzy on that.
Folks, I can't believe what we have just seen. This man found gold here in Colombia.
Oh, my back hurts. Everything hurts digging it.
Oh.
It's pretty rough.
It's tough out here, folks. But that was a Channel 64 News exclusive. That was incredible. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much.
And have a good day. Good
All
luck.
right, come back. Come back later. It's lonely out here by myself.
Back to you, Hillary.
Oh, wow. What an interesting, fascinating, rugged individual. Hardy indeed. Maybe I can find one of our Bodie miners and get an interview here, but oh dear. My producer seems to have neglected to send my my handheld mic with me. Pardon me while I detach this. Yeah, that'll do. Let's see here. Oh, you sir. Could I have a moment of your time?
Oh, I suppose. Maybe I just got off a long shift down in the mines and I'm ready to get some food and drink in me.
Down in the mines? Where's your gold pan?
You see any lakes or rivers around here for placer mining? We're hard rock miners here in Bodie. We work deep down underground with nothing but candles to light our way.
Ooh, oh, I think I have a book here. I think I have a picture in here that shows just that thing. Give me a moment here. All right. This is hard work in the wind here. All right, there we go. Look at that. That rugged miner heating his lunch over a candle. What do you think of that?
That picture doesn't show the half of it. It's dark, dirty, and dangerous down there, not to mention louder than hell. There's men beating on big drill bits with sledgehammers, breaking rocks apart and digging with pickaxes, even blasting with dynamite. And then there's mule teams pulling ore carts full of the rock, steam-powered elevators called hoist running up and down the shafts, and steam-powered pumps getting the water out so we can dig. That picture really doesn't show you much.
Oh goodness! Why do you do it? That sounds horrible.
Well, $4 a day is good pay, better than I could make down in Frisco or even back in New York.
Oh well, if you say so, sir. Oh, wait, could you hold? One more. Whoa, he's gone. I wanted to ask him a question. This book doesn't answer for me. But then again, I suppose asking about toilets down in the mines would be a little bit of an inappropriate question. Oh, well, he did still tell us a lot about life down in the mines. Maybe our viewers at home could write a sentence or two or draw another quick picture describing how they would feel if they worked deep, hundreds of feet underground in a hard rock mine. Now, don't draw a picture about what you think those toilets look like. Oof, no, we want to keep it clean. Let's see, how would you feel working deep underground in the dark and the noise and oh yeah, I don't think I could do it. Oh no, thank you. How about you, Alec? What do you think?
No chance, Hillary. I prefer to have sunshine on my face and wind in my hair. Anywhere that's deep underground, dark, smelly, and as you mentioned, the bathroom situation is a true mystery down there. Not for me. I can't. I can't even imagine myself down there. I did have one question for you, Hillary, though. What about pumping water out of the mines? What does that look like exactly?
Well, so I know what you can see here of Bodie looks, sorry, every time I mess up here. Technical difficulties because it's so bright out here. Yeah, I know it looks like a dry desert here, but once they got the mines down just a few hundred feet, they had to start pumping lots of water out. But that was good because they had plenty of water then to operate the steam engines they used for those same pumps and for the hoists or the mine shaft elevators. And they even had lots of water left over to fill a massive 120,000 gallon reservoir, a very big pool, to have water for firefighting here in town.
Well, speaking of fire and water, that's a major story here in Columbia, Hillary. The town actually burned down a total of 2 times, and there were 7 major fires in this town. As our miner friend pointed out, we call this place Dry Diggins because there's only seasonal streams that run through here. Viewers, do you know what seasonal streams mean? Well, of course, it means water only flows sometimes during the year. There is no direct water source. There is no river or lake that runs through this area. So it's dry diggings. And that makes it particularly difficult to fight fires. So after those 2 major fires that burned down the town, the citizens of Columbia, they had to put their heads together. They had to figure out a way to figure out how to defend their town against the fires. Now, looking around, folks, at these buildings here, does anyone have an idea as to how they may have defended this town from fires? Well, if you guessed brick construction and iron doors, you were right. Before, the town was just built out of wood and tent canvas material. And when they decided to get serious about defending the town, they built their structures out of brick. And the building you're actually looking at was built just after the fire of 1857. So it's still standing even after all the fires that have happened since then. So yeah, fire is an incredible story here in Columbia. And they also happen to build underground pools similar to the one that you're referring to, Hillary, in the town. So firefighters could come through here with their fire engines, draw water out of the ground they stored over the winter time, and help fight fires.
Wow, I did not realize that Bodie and Columbia had so much in common. I mean, I remember that miner talked about ditches to bring water in. Well, in the town of Bodie, that underground water, after years and years of mining activity, it wasn't in too good shape. It was kind of gross. So all through these hills here, there's freshwater springs, and they had to start bringing that water into town. And massive fires in 1892 and 1932, even with that fantastic firefighting system, destroyed large parts of this town. What you see left here is just a small part of what was once here. And California State Parks does what it can to preserve and protect what is left here, so that especially the people of California can continue to experience this rich bit of.
Well, it looks like we may have lost Hillary for a brief moment. Let's see if she returns.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Excellent. Thank you, Hillary. I did have a question about the state of the buildings in Bodie. Don't you restore the structures in Bodie so that they're modern and to today's standards?
Yes. Well, we don't. Can you hear me okay?
Okay, now it's a little bit better. You're cutting out for a moment.
All right. Yeah. I think we had a little. I think we had. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you can see the wood behind me here is very weathered. The nails are very rusty. If you can see them through this, but yeah, don't restore anything here. We're cleaning and we protect them, but there's no restoration to new. We try to keep it looking very much like a genuine ghost town, dusty and quiet.
Well, that's super interesting because I would say that contrasts greatly with the state of Columbia. Columbia is a living, breathing town, and occasionally it looks like you have a merchant who just walked down the street a second ago. People still work here and open up their coffee shops and restaurants, and it's still a modern day attraction that State Parks tries to keep up so that it's still a living, breathing community. And it looks like we actually have a merchant right here I've seen before who works in town. Let's see if we can get a soundbite with him. Sir, excuse me. Hi, I'm with Channel 64 News, and we have our viewers here. And I just wanted to show them what a real merchant in Columbia was like. Could you explain a little bit about the store that you operate here in Columbia?
The one that I operate now?
Yes, the one that you operate now, sir.
The one I operate now. Well, I have a small little store over here. Here on the Columbia is the State Historic Park, but it was a town that really never went away. So in the spirit of the town, that me and a few of my partners got together and we decided to sell little trinkets and basically a small little mercantile to bring in, people that are interested in Gold Rush history and they kind of want to know a little bit about the town, and that's what we do.
Wow, thanks so much, sir. Well, I want to let you get back to work. He's on the job, on the clock right now, but thank you so much for checking in, sir, and have a great day.
All right, take care. It's getting busy in town, so you guys get done. Come on in and visit me. All right, I'll see you later.
Nice. Well, that's the strangest thing. He looked a lot like that gold miner I saw earlier. Guess it's just a gold mining town. Maybe he was a descendant of that gold miner, perhaps.
Oh, wow. I mean, that sounds fun. Is there an ice cream shop in Columbia?
Hillary, you are correct. There is a delicious ice cream shop that's just incredible.
Is there an ice cream parlor? Oh, I wish Bodie had an ice cream shop, but oh well. That just shows you some of the amazing diversity that is in the California State Park systems, which has more than 280 park units full of history and nature, culture and adventure. And if our viewers at home can't visit Bodie or Bia, they're sure to find another amazing park closer to them. And if not, well, there's always the next online adventure.
Yes, thank you so much, Hillary. So, folks, you can actually access more of these online adventures at the URL ports-ca.us. And there you can find more home learning programs such as this one, in addition to our on-demand programs for your teacher in your school. And we want to thank all our viewers today for joining us. If you do have any questions about what you've seen today, you should be able to contact us at our Facebook pages or contact us directly on our website if you look up Columbia State Historic Park and Bodie State Historic Park. That's all for us at Channel 64 News. I'm your interpretive reporter from the field, Alec Knapp. And that's Hillary. And
I'm Hillary Collier at Bodie State Historic Park.
It's the lag. All right. Thanks so much, folks, and have a wonderful day.
Yes, it is.
Stay well.